Hi, my name's Richard Finn. I'm getting ready to practice some things I do to help to relax my adductor muscles. Those are the muscles in between the thighs. Now, it's kind of important to note those muscles have a nerve supply all their own called the obturator nerve, and they share one with the back of the leg. They share the hamstrings range of motion, or the hamstrings nerve supply, which is the sciatic nerve. I'm going to show, first of all, a way to basically very carefully and gently stretch the nerve, or excuse me, to stretch the muscle. And then we're going to look at flossing the nerve. And then we're going to look at a way to do some self-treatment with the nerve. This is not going to be the prettiest video that I've ever made, but somebody needs it right now. And I just saw that their post on Facebook, so I'm going to try to answer that with this particular video. So I'm going to change my camera a little bit right now, and I'm going to sit back a little bit and make sure that I can be seen. Okay, I'm going to have to move that even farther back. Here we go. This is not working. Let's see if I can... No. Let's see. Okay, I promise this was not going to be a very pretty video. What I'm going to be doing in order to get a gentle stretch through here is I'm going to, in order to stretch this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that out as far as I can, comfortably, and then I'm going to hold it with one hand. I'm going to open up the other side, but I'm going to maintain this pressure right here, and I'm going to twist with my upper body away from it, okay? So just like this, just that much helps to really get a nice stretch. So what we want to do, you've seen the motion, hold it, taking a deep breath, and exhale and move to the side and return. Now, I'm not a big fan of long held stretches usually, but if that's something that's comfortable for you, you can do that. But just this much is plenty. And then I like to hold the other side and do both sides. Okay? So you can alternate from side to side. And make sure there's a pause in the center. Now what this actually does is it turns it into a movement more so than a stretch. And this concept comes from the original Swedish movements, which is where Swedish massage therapy came from. So again, very easy to do this, usually 4 to 6 reps and do it throughout the day. Now that is what this looks like as far as a stretch. And again, I didn't pause in between quite as long as I should have. If I would like to floss that obturator nerve inside, what I want to do is, I kind of come back into a little bit narrower position here, but I'm going to pick up and move my thigh out. And as I do this, I'm going to turn my head and look up. So I'm going to do those two moves together and back. And again, I like 4 to 6 movements with this. But what this will allow you to do, if you check the flexibility in there as far as how far you are able to open it up, you'll find that doing this kind of thing really helps to calm that muscle down. And again, do it very slow. I'm doing it a little bit fast because I'm talking to the camera right now. But this is what it's going to look like. Okay? So those things should really help to be able to make that calm down a little bit. Now the other thing I'd like to show is something that I do whenever I need to do some compression work through here. There are nerves that come out into the skin through here, and the muscles are in this area. You don't need very much pressure at all for this to work. I actually advocate being as gentle as possible while doing work. But in order to do this, it's going to look a little bit crazy probably. let me set myself up. Okay, I'm going to move my... Okay, I think you'll be able to see that. Okay, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, but this will have to work. So I've got a stack of medical books here. This is the best use I could find for them. What I'd like to recommend, if you don't have medical books, if you have old encyclopedias, or maybe some old telephone books, you can slide these down here below the groin area. Take a tennis ball or a racquetball. Sometimes I use the racquetball if I'm really tender. I can put one leg up on top, and just that much pressure is enough to really help me out. Now I stay away from the lowest part, that lower third of the leg, because there's blood vessels coming through there. But I like to come up higher, and I can find a sore spot and just hold some pressure. Relax it, and then come back and I can find another spot. I move around until I find the spot and I can hold the pressure. So this is going to help to work the adductors all the way up. Now again, the pain from the adductors oftentimes will come up and through here, around in here, and down. So all through here. Now the adductor that's for the longest. The adductor magnus actually sends a lot of pain through here, and additionally, very, very high up in this area, it sends pain that feels like, sometimes like a firecracker going off inside the pelvis. To get to that, you would come up as high as you could come, because this is more of an attachment area. And again, you might have, what I'm doing is I've got my pressure here, but I'm going to lean my body forward a little bit, and now I can feel that pressure down there. And again, the amount of time you can hold that pressure is up to you. I like to hold it anywhere from 10 seconds actually, up to 90 seconds. That's a personal preference. What you want to do is make sure the pressure is gentle. You shouldn't be tightening and trying to protect yourself. If you're doing that, that's way too much. And when it feels like you're starting to feel some softening or some warmth, that might be the time to call it quits. Hopefully this will help out. Thank you.